Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, Youngmaster3, and what do you know, today is a little bit type of a different type of video. I usually don't do these type of videos, um, mainly because I don't want to get like copyrighted and stuff like that, but this video was kind of like suggested to me by one of my friends, like, oh, you should make a reaction video to that. So I'm gonna react to the new Crow film that has Bill Skarsgård in it. Um, and Yeah, that's pretty much it. And like I've probably told you before, I'm not a very technical person in general. I had nothing more than my iPad to record this with. So you're only going to see my reaction. The reason why is because I just don't want to get copyrighted. So anyway, let's start the trailer. It's actually, now I just look at the trailer. I mean, the length of the video is like 3 minutes and 9 seconds. I usually say that whenever you have a trailer that long, you pretty much told the entire story, like because they always put the best parts in the trailers. Usually, I remember the time when it was only like 1 minute or so. But yeah, whatever. That's just my personal opinion. Let's go ahead and see what this is all about. Oh no! Oh my God! This looks horrendous. What the hell did they do to him? He looks like I mean, I think this has already been told like before, but he looks like the Jared Leto Joker, and that is not a good thing. I saw that shit in the theaters, and that was atrocious. Yeah, the uh, oh, Lionsgate. I haven't seen that logo in quite a while. This looks like way too what should I say, like polished in a way. Like the colors and all of that is quite boring as well. I mean, the original film was very visual and had a really good, like, nice little tone to it. Now this one looks, I mean, it just looks gray and flat. I mean, this feels like every single other remake that has that ugly tone to it, like, you know, the camera work or the awful like lighting in general. um, And also, this might come across like a weird thing, but he comes across more like a douchebag in this film than the original one. Of course, I've not seen this film myself yet, but just based on this trailer that I was looking at right now, it just not look promising at all. Yeah. And you get some CG blood there as well. Well, you know, you always know when it comes to CG blood, CG blood is almost impossible to make look good. I mean, usually you should just have like practical effects instead. Um, yeah. I'm just so shocked at this, at how incredibly bad it looks. Like, how is this even possible? But then again, they should have known better, because you shouldn't make like a remake or reboot to the original one, because Brandon Lee is like the best like actor that will ever have like this type of role. So yeah, once again more CG blood, I assume. Yeah, that's never a good thing. And this might be a controversial type of statement as well, but why is his like girlfriend black now? Like, why? I mean, it's not really like that she's black. That is the problem of this, but it just feels like it's very forced. You mean I mean, you shouldn't get a role just based on your skin color. You should have you should get the role mainly because you're a good actor, either if you are black or if you're white or if you're Asian or whatever. This just feels very forced in a way. If you get what I mean, it's just a little bit like that. Uh, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. This coming soon. Well, I ain't gonna see it. I ain't gonna see that garbage. That's for sure. Yo, that was the entire trailer. If this turned out to be really boring, that's just. I mean, I'm just sorry about that, because I just don't want to get like copyrighted. That's the reason why I just show my reaction and nothing else. But yeah, this looks horrendous. The thing is, I kind of see what they're trying to do. I think they're trying to do like the Crow as he was, like, he if he would have been like in today's society. But the reason why the original one was so good is because it came out in the exact right era, like in the 90s. Because I mean, I can sort of say the same thing with some. I mean, this is my criticism for this film that goes for some of the slasher films, because the slasher films were really great in the early 80s, but then like towards the end of the 80s, it just turned out to be, oh, we've already seen this. It's just not as good anymore, and not as creative anymore. And I would say this is falls in the same category. This is just way too late, and I don't think this even. To be fair, this didn't really need a reboot or remake at all. The original Crow. I have seen the previous ones. Um, like the first one, of course, is a masterpiece. I love that film. I mean, it's sort of like a comic book type film. I'm not really that much into comic books or superheroes in general, but The Crow is just a really great film in general. The second one, City of Angels, that was very mediocre, I remember. Salvation was actually quite okay, if I remember correctly. That was the one with Kirsten Dunst and Eric Mabius. And part four with Edward Furlong and Dennis Hopper and David Boreanaz and Tara Reid. That film is just such a big mess. But that's sort of like a funny type film as well. It's sort of like a guilty pleasure of mine. I know for sure it's not a good film, but it's kind of fun to laugh at. This one doesn't even look like it doesn't even look like I'm gonna laugh at this. This just looks pathetic and way too um, polished in a way, and it's like it just looks so gray. Also, I mean the whole tone to the entire film, like I said in the trailer, and I hate the way he looks and everything like that. It's just like I really despise like very much of the newer type of music in general. I'm not saying that I despise every single new music that comes out, but I do not like the hip hop rap type thing like that. But this guy, like the way they made him, like how he looks like, he kind of comes across like a weird washed up rapper or hip hopper. Like I'm like, oh, this looks awful. While in the first one, like the original one, he looks more like a goth type of character, like a goth guy or whatever. And it's just the original one looks way better, even though it was made in like 1994, 93. And I don't really understand why they need to shove like Bill Skarsgård in all of these remakes. To be honest, I mean the remake of It was okay, I can say, even though I prefer the original one because Tim Curry is way more scarier than Bill Skarsgård in the remake. But I would also say the issue with some of these newer films is that they have way too much CG, like I said before, CGI, that really comes across like as really lazy and really boring. I mean, I know like low budget films that has more interesting effects than this, and I can assume this has a really large budget as well. And like I usually say when it comes to some of these films, like why would you even make a remake out of a film that is really, really good to begin with? I don't really understand. They should just make a remake of a film that had a good premise but turned out to be bad. That's just the issue with most of these newer films. I'm not gonna see this film. I'm not gonna give them any money because I just want them to stop making these remakes and just make something new or like more creative or like make something that was sort of like whatever and then make it better. Of course, there are also really good remakes out there, but those are usually remakes of films that were films that you could improve on. Well, the original Crow is such a good film that you really can't improve anything in that film, and that's the major issue with this newer one. Yeah, I mean this looks horrendous. I don't know what else to say. And this, like I said before in the beginning of the video, I usually don't make these type of videos in general. I just thought that could be an interesting type of idea because one of my friends said, well, you should react to The Crow. I would love to see a reaction to that. So really, that's the reason why I made this video to begin with. But yeah, I mean, out of the you could just sort of like criticize the sequels or whatever to the original one as well as like why would they make that again? But the thing is, in the original one, he's called Eric Draven. In the second one, he's called something else. I don't remember the name of the character. And in part 3, he's called Corvus, I believe. And in the fourth one, he's called Cuervo or something. So it's sort of like the same type of premise, but it's like different type of characters when they in that universe. It's sort of like the same character, but they're trying to make something else out of that. So that's my reason why I can sort of defend some of the sequels, because at least they didn't like have the same name as like Eric Draven that I have in the remake or reboot or whatever the hell this is called. So yeah, that's just my reason why I can sort of see myself rewatching the sequels over watching this garbage. So yeah, that's just my personal opinion, and I hope this turned out to be somewhat interesting or entertaining. We'll see if it's gonna be good in the end or whatever. But yeah, if you want to if you do want me to make any more like reaction videos, I'll gladly make them. Usually when I look on these trailers, I don't usually look at trailers anymore as well, because like I said in the beginning of the video, they're just way too long. I mean, like a trailer that is like more than 3 minutes long, it's just way too long, and I usually prefer trailers that are like 30 seconds or like 1 minute long. At least you can sort of get a feel of it. And that's also the issue, that when you have such a long trailer, it kind of spoils some part of the film as well. Yeah, this is my video, or like reaction video, for the new Crow film coming out in this summer or something. I'm not really sure what date or anything. I didn't pay attention to that, to be fair. But yeah, I hope this turned out to be an entertaining little video. But yeah, if you like this one, thumbs up, whatever, do whatever you want, leave a comment, whatever. I'm not gonna force you to subscribe. I know many people say you shouldn't subscribe to my channel. I'm not gonna force any one of you to subscribe to my channel. If you like the video, sure, do whatever you want. That's not my problem. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time. Bye bye.